Hey guys, we're back. So, we now have a wonderful hardened guitar, which is ready for some sanding and some buffing to make it look really great. We got a little detail though that we have to do before we do this. And that is decide what color our back plate's gonna be. Now, black doesn't look all that great on this when we know that our pick guard is white, so that detail's a little weird. Also, our favorite bacon-haired princess is actually red and yellow. What about yellow? Really? Mustard or mayo? Mustard or mayo? Mustard or mayo? Mustard mayo. What color are we gonna paint that thing to make it look good? So, why don't we shoot a little bit of color on a piece of wood, we'll lay it next to the guitar, and we'll see what it looks like, all right? Let's give it a shot. Okay guys, now that we're letting that dry before we get anywhere near our finished guitar, we can talk about sanding it. Yes, so when you get done doing a clear coat, you want to sand it nice and smooth before you go polishing it. That's what gives you the mirror finish without any wrinkles or anything like that in it. And you use 1200 and 1500 grit sandpaper. This is some really, really fine stuff. It'll get clogged easily if used dry. So what we do is we spray it with a bit of water, and that gets all of our particulates out of the way, and the paper doesn't clog. So what we need to do is put this on a sanding block. We're gonna start off with our 12, and then go to our 15 on our second sand. So we'll rip some of this off, get it on a sanding block, and see what happens. Okay guys, here we are. We got our body ready to go. We got our water. We got our 1200 grit sandpaper on our sanding block ready to go. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about waving and stuff in this finish. It's easy to show you with this light. See all this stuff in here? See all that? Wavy, particulates, all that stuff's got to get sanded out. So once we get this into a dull finish and flat, then we can go to the 1500. So let's give it a shot. I've never done this before, okay? Really nervous about it, so let's do it nice and slow, all right? Start right here.
We used to fight with each other. Oh, wow, wow, wow. That was
See all this white stuff that's coming up? That's the clear coat. Let's wipe it down, see what it looks like. Alright, so there's a little bit of in there. It's a little bit dull. It's getting there. It's going to take a lot more than I anticipated. But as you can see, I was starting to haze up. So you can see how it's a little bit high in these areas and low in others. So some of the stuff we're not going to be able to chase. We just need to get it flat. All right, so don't chase it. We don't want to go through the clear coat to the color. We just want to get down there. Get a little ding right there. But you know, let's just get it flat. There we go. So, oops. As you can see, it's a little dull right there. That's what we want. We don't want to go chasing this deep stuff. We just want to get it flat. So I'm going to go ahead and sand the rest of the back, and we'll be back as soon as I get that done, and I'll show you how we do the edges. Well, that was awesome. So, check it out. All nice and smooth. Didn't chase anything, didn't burn through the paint. So we go to the tough side. Now we gotta make this look great. Let's do it. Okay guys, we got the back and we got the front done. Now we need to do the edges. We need to be very careful not to get into these. Because if you get into here, you go into that burn straight through to the color like that. So we gotta be very, very careful when we do this. Still nervous. Okay gang, we got our 1200 grit all done. This thing's all sanded down. There's a couple of little issues with it here and there where, yeah, a little distressed now. A little distressed, but we'll still go with it. Now we can decide whether we're gonna go with white or yellow on our back plate. So, what do you guys think? White or yellow? I'm thinking white. The yellow's a little shocking with the orange, so we're gonna go with white. We're gonna paint it white. All right. So now what we do is get the 1200 grit scratches out of this with a 1500 grit, and then we'll be ready for polishing.
Relax your body. I want you to ride for me. I'm as lonely as I've ever been. I am forcing back into the start. Is there any way to fix a broken heart?
Okay guys, body's pretty much done, all the way down to 1500 grit, so I set that aside. A couple little places where I went through on the edges. Not really happy about that. Not sure what I can do about it yet, but we're all learning. So, we're here. The paint is like, has an edge to it right here where it meets this, so we're going to hit that with a little bit of 4/0 steel wool so we can knock that back a little bit before we do our sanding on our front and our back. All right, let's give it a shot. All right guys, so we got that all knocked down. It looks really nice. We're done with that. So very, very carefully, I don't want to rock an edge, any of this. Got to be stinking flat, really close. Let's take your time. Take your time, Dusty. All right. Here we go. Close. A little bit over here, a little bit down here, a little bit over here, but not too much more. All right, see you in a minute. Whew, well, the head was a lot easier than the body, so that's all sanded out to its 1500 grit. Not too bad, the edges are nice, and that's about ready for a polish, but we're gonna take a break. So I'll get the polisher out, figure out how we're going to use that thing. Got a couple issues on the body I want to look at first. I want to ask a friend on what I should do. Whether I should go ahead or maybe just do some touch up first. So with that, we're going to go think a bit. Yep, got to go think a bit. So we'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, so in our sanding 1200, 1500 grit, I went through in a couple of spots. Not happy about it. But a good friend of mine said, hey, you got any of that paint left? Well, the can's kind of empty, but not quite. So sprayed a little bit of orange into the cap, and we did a little bit of touch-up on the edge here. Barely see it. So I also have a little bit of clear coat left. So I got this masked off. We're gonna spray it with a little clear coat again and see if we can do this again without scratching through. So we'll just clear coat it as many times as I've got clear coat left and try to get enough of a coating on there that I'm not going to burn through again. It'll look touched up, but at least it's not going to have holes in it. That's the thing. So we're going to let this dry. I'm going to go watch Zootopia. And by that time, we'll be ready to clear this. So I'll see you guys after the movie. Okay, guys. Now we're at a very scary proposition. I've already sanded these edges down so it's nice and smooth. We're ready to put the buffer to it. But again, I've never done this before. A friend of mine, very good friend of mine, actually loaned me his professional buffing unit. All the pads, all the compounds, everything. So, Discord, I'm talking to you. Stay away from this project. Okay? Give me one day, just one day, that this doesn't screw up. Okay? I'm asking you. I'm asking you nicely. Alright? Alright, let's give it a shot. Okay, guys, here we go. This is messy. So I've got a little apron going on. I got everything covered in towels so we don't get it everywhere. Now, spooky. This is spooky to me, so we're going to give it a shot. It says to work in small areas. About that much of it. We don't want this dry, so we're going to spritz it with a little water. Move it around a little bit. Here we go. Get off the excess. Wow! Look at that. Boy, if I can keep that up. Hopefully I don't like burning edge or something, but wow, is that nice. Wow, look at that. Alright, man, I'll see you when I get the back done. Holy free holies, guys, look at that. Pretty. Wow. Crazy good. Look at the shine. Even with the defects in it, that is awesome and gorgeous. Alright, so I don't know how I'm going to do these edges yet because I got to hold the thing. So I got to figure that out. But I'm going to do the front first. So, wow, I'm amazed at how good that looks. Now it's time for this. Got to make it look good. Get all this detritus off of here. Woo. Making a mess is what I'm making. You don't want to go till it dries because that just causes more scratches. So you just want to get where it's just starting to dry and then stop, buff it off, and wacko. Look at that. I do that 2 or 3 times with a cut, and then we'll go back and finish it with a finish compound. And wow, I'll be back when the front's done. Okay, I think I found a way to hold this while I do my work. And we have to change out to a small buff here, because I'm only doing a small area. I don't want that big buffer grabbing this and yanking it, so we went to a small buff. So we're just about ready to get this started. Let's check it out. Make sure that's nice and wet. Use plenty. Make sure you don't do it when it's dry. All right, let's try it. Woo! Shiny. Nice. Wow, that was fast. Smooth like a baby's bottom. I like it. Oh yeah. All right, let's get the rest of it done. Wow. Does this thing look great? Look at this thing. Whew. Look at the shine in that. Oh, yeah, baby. Look at that. I can see you. You can see the camera. That's awesome. But you know what? This is just the cut phase. I haven't even finished it yet. I got to do a finishing compound on this, and then it's really going to pop. But we got to do the neck first. So we're going to cut the neck, then we're going to get out the ultra fine polish. We're going to make this look like a jewel. I can't wait. Can you wait? I can't wait. Let's do it. Look at the shine. I love it. Oh, yeah. Pretty. Look at that. That's going to be pretty. Now, we do the finish. Woo! Here we go, guys. Final polish coming up right now. We're using 3M Ultra Fine Machine Polish. This is the best of the best out there. Finishing pad. A little water. A lot of patience. As you can see, I'm getting a mess, but it's going to be worth it. All right, turn all the way down. Here we go. I also have a fresh set of towels, and I have a fresh towel under here because I don't want that Mystic cut to get in this when I'm flipping it around. So let's see what we did. Oh, baby. Yeah. Now let's do the rest of this back and we'll get to the front. That'd be bad. That'd be very bad. I'm gonna make a mess of this. I'm already a mess, look at me. Whew. Told you it was sloppy. I think I used a little too much there. Too much is, never know. Yep. The body she is done. Look at that. Very nice. Now let's go finish the head. Last side. Oh yeah. Oh, can't wait to put this together. Nice. And just like that, we're done. Really? We're done? Discord stayed away? He's not gonna like that I got his shirt all messy, but there you go. You know what? With the right tools and the right stuff, you too can make a shiny guitar. Look at that thing. Oh, I can see myself in it. It is so cool. It's just, yeah, it has some dings in it. Yeah, it has some scratches in it, but it's underneath the clear coat. But it's nice and polished. It's sort of like a 10-foot paint job. Next time I build a guitar, I'll do a 30-centimeter paint job, and it's gonna be perfect. But this is the first time I've ever done this, so I'm like really happy with how this turned out. And wow, look at that. I cannot wait to start working on this again. But that's the end of this video. So we did our buffing, we did our sanding, we did our polishing. It's now ready to start putting components together. There's a couple of things we need to do yet. We need to paint this cavity. We need to drill for the pick guard holes, mounts, and we need to drill for our tuners and install those. So we still have some work to do. But that's next video. Happy you guys are coming along with me, learning new things every day. So if you don't try new stuff, you don't learn anything new. See ya.